Welcome to Smac's Garage. Today, we're going to be talking about the '69 Mustang trunk and installing a trunk liner in this car. Mustang trunks in general are very simple. You know, there's a lot of different options of what you can do in here, but we're going to talk through a few of them today. So today, we're going to take a look at inside the trunk of my '69 Mustang. We're going to look at kind of what it looks like standard, the way that I have it today. We're going to look at what are the different options that you have when you're trying to put in a liner for your trunk. And then we're going to install something that's semi-original to the car. Opening the trunk is simple. It's just like any older car. Key in here, twist, up. One of the interesting things about the '69 Mustang is this spoiler on here. Okay, this is an original spoiler, so it is plastic. It has metal stanchions, but because of the weight of it, the trunk won't stay open. What some people do is, I believe it's in the 70s or 1970, you can actually buy a bar that'll come from here down to here you drill a hole in your quarter extension and you can use that to keep this open. Also on this, fun fact, these brackets here I believe were added after the fact, so they weren't originally manufactured with it, so I had to get these brackets to provide more support so that the trunk itself doesn't flex while I'm going down the road or while I'm driving. So we're going to use our trusty trunk rod to hold it open. Good old 2x6. So here's the inside of a '69 Mustang trunk. It's very simple. You have your gas tank. You have your frame rails underneath this unibody piece. You have your wiring that's going to go to the lighting. You can see the wiring there that goes to that light. You have wiring for the lighting on the other side. Up here in front of the gas tank, you have where the gas sender wire comes from. So that comes back and it goes up into this wiring and out. You have the trap door here, which you can see there's no bracket in there, right? Or there's no slider in there right now to hold it in place. So that needs to get fixed. So we're going to add some underlayment to the gas tank, and then we're going to put down some carpeting on it that's right for the vehicle, or some padding. So we're going to talk about a few different options of what you can do with the trunk here to make it look a little bit more finished. So the first option is you can keep it as it is today, kind of original. You don't have any padding in there, you don't have a carpet. The downside of not having anything in here is you're going to hear a little bit more noise from the vehicle, so you're going to be hearing it going down the road. The exhaust is probably going to be a lot louder coming through the car. And you can't really put anything back here without it bouncing around, rolling around, potentially causing damage. On either side, the quarter panels are open, so if there's something big in there bouncing around and you hit a bump and it goes far to the side, there's a chance it's going to hit your quarter panel, and it actually could cause a dent on the outside over here. The second option that you could do is you could buy a kit that they have that completely covers the trunk up from the bottom, the sides. You know, you can get them to the point today where there's actually LEDs that you can build in up here so that when you open the trunk you have light, or there's a switch that you have light. With that, I mean, it makes the trunk much more modern and much more like a modern car with more amenities. But for myself, I'm going with the last option. I'm actually going to make it more towards the original with I'm going to put in some simple padding, and then I'm going to put in the original style carpeting or original style material in the back. So for the padding, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually, I bought this, it comes cut to fit. All you have to do is put it in place, and then this goes around the fuel filler neck, and it's simple to install. You don't have to screw it down or anything. Put it around my piece of wood for now. Okay. So simple enough to install. You can see the padding's in place. It's really not going to go anywhere because it's cut pretty well to fit. That's going to hold the location, and then it's not going to slide around. So this should be more of an original style mat. So this is going to go down, and this is going to slide over the back. So this is what we're going to install. It's bigger than I expected. So we're going to see if this is as easy as it looks to install. So here I'm seeing the fuel filler neck. So I'm going to end up putting that through there, and I'm going to try to fit it around it. You know, in order to do this, I'm going to have to remove my hood rod. So that is up. All right, so as I'm installing this, I'm noticing that, you know, the fit on it's pretty good. There are few areas that are cut out that are holding it in place, so you don't need to glue it down. What I've noticed is down here by the fuel filler neck, there's some cutouts where it's being held. On each side, on that side, you can see there's a piece of the fender well that's holding in place. And then one piece about it that I didn't know is this underlayment, or this carpeting actually goes in front of the back seat as well. So not only is this going to be here, but it's also going to be underneath the fold down seat. So now I got to figure out how to get this piece all the way back up and underneath the seat. So you can see the rear fold down seat is here, so I'm going to need to slide it up and in. It's not going to be the easiest thing, but we'll see if I can do it. So unless I take the fold down seat out, I'm not getting this in there easily. So for now, I'm just going to end up tucking it up and in. All right, so this is what the trunk carpet looks like when it's fully installed. You can see it covers this entire side over and into the fender well. This will get pushed down. That's lined up there. Goes all the way around the front and then into this corner. One of the things that you should know is it's easiest to install this if you already have the back seat out, because I had to really tuck that up and underneath the folding back seat. So if you didn't have that in place, much easier to install. Well, the trunk's back in place. That completes this simple project. Thanks for tuning in today on Smacky's Garage. I'll see you next time.